you could send me an invite to the game. Ready?
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out how to do it.
You gotta send me an invite to the game.
Sure. I don't want to jinx anything. That's the tick.
Hopefully it holds whatever's going on.
Like the line.
How many minutes has it been?
There's currently 2 minutes left of Q3.
Right. Just hope it holds whatever's going on. It's still the red dot down there, as far as I can see. I'm not going to back out. Don't do anything. Right, there's Mike. There, coming in that by the looks of it. Sorry about what happened, but it's a Twitch issue, we've been told. I got Maddie Biscuit back here. We've been trying everything, and I think, well, it's holding for more than 2 minutes now, so.
But we have got people in the chat, or at least in the Discord, saying it is now live. Yeah, so it seems like we are back. They've returned.
Yeah, unfortunate that we've missed most of qualifying, but can't be helped. But yeah, look at that, who's top of
He was top of Q1 as well.
Q3. Oh, sorry, 2. Well,
Yeah.
I can't say. I'm gonna have to say something because.
Oh, he has had extra practice, hasn't he? So.
I'm gonna say something, Maddie. Could you have quite possibly got his division wrong?
Oh, from his TTs, they're slower than yours, so.
Yeah.
I think the rain's the levelizer. You don't know. With dry setups in the wet, it's normally a bit of a gamble whether which one's working, which one's not. But the thing is, he didn't dominate. He was quickest, but he wasn't like winning by 10-15 seconds. So
Yeah.
I think he's more of he's very good at qualifying. I think his race pace is less good, so we might see him drop back. But it shows also how close the tiers are. I think he got poled by 3/10. So if you look at 3/10, then there's only another 2 drivers. So I think the tiers are always that close, especially in qualifying. It's always a race pace that stands out between the tiers of who's quickest, who's in the top tiers, who's in the bottom tiers. And just for those watching, there has been a few lobby issues of people kicked the host got restarted, so there will be a restart after qualifying, just because of issues. Actually, let me make sure I forgot remember to click audio. Yeah, I haven't clicked the box. Hopefully I wasn't sitting there for the last 3 minutes, just not being heard. But yeah, so who's actually championship leader? LWS Yorkie.
Going out.
Oh no! Oof. Pushed out Galaxy Connor. Who's next in the stack? And Elam, Bizarre Mike have all made it through as well. And Snedden and Joshua, the other top ones. Yeah, it's actually all the top 5 as we see there. Joshua goes top by 13 milliseconds.
All I'm gonna say is nothing.
6 laps on those inters. He's obviously wanting a lot of practice.
All I'm gonna say about Colin Saren, alright, is nothing. If I say something, big trouble. Big trouble.
So yeah, that is already the end of
I
Q2.
don't want big trouble. There we are. Josh Meister snatched the fastest lap there in the end. Golden Samurai, the F5 Sandbagger. Snedden in third. LWS Yorkie Core, BS Mike, LA Ham, LA plays against Sheeny. Someone no one could get through. And the eliminations are Galaxy Connor, Tyrion Blaze, AOR, Minx, and Aaron Vish. So, well, it looks like the stream is holding. For how long? I don't know.
Yeah, seems like we're good to go now.
So, strategy-wise around this track, I mean, it's got to be medium to hard or hard, really.
Yeah, I think believe it is a dry race, so yeah, strategy is very limited here. Softs aren't that great. You can do sort of soft hard, but it's quite tough, and if you get a safety car at the wrong time, you're sort of screwed over a bit. So
yeah. Well, we're into Q3. It's still raining.
yeah, it's lobbies definitely. Who's that? AOR Minx and Snedden.
Well, nice to see my two Mercedes boys getting through to Q3.
I'm just going through and inviting everyone I saw who got kicked. We've moved to the lobby. Seems to be the last few weeks these lobbies aren't great. We had many issues at Silverstone with hosts getting kicked and the lobbies being inconsistent. And now I think it's the second time, maybe even third time this week, we've had people disconnect between qualifying sessions. Hopefully it's not a trend to continue. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why we've got to restart after qualifying, just because we don't want a dodgy lobby during the race, especially around a track where it's so tight. Any lag just makes it almost impossible to overtake.
Yeah. Well, I have to say my lobby, who I was hosting on yesterday, was pretty much perfect.
So who's your pick for pole position?
Well, I'd say the Sandbagger himself, probably Golden Samurai would be up there. Ellingham on, maybe, I don't know. But Snedden's pretty quick. But, I mean...
Keeps getting kicked. Hopefully he can get back in.
Josh Meister did show the pace in that last qualifying though. So.
Yeah, so definitely a few contenders in here. We could nick pole position. Ones who are towards the top of the championship, the likes of Yorkie, Nedden, Josh, Bisa Mike, and Elham, and obviously Samuel. I think actually pretty much anyone in this session could get a good result in qualifying, especially the rain's very much a levelizer, very much a curveball.
If we go on a lap here, all yours, Muddy.
Okay, I'm on board with Corks. Yeah, they're coming into turn 1. I am not going to attempt to pronounce any of the Dutch names, so otherwise I will get the Dutch drivers shouting at me. So turn 2 to turn 2 and 3, getting the banking right. It's time to take a very tight line. You can take multiple lines through that corner to get a better exit up through the runs, through turns 4, 5. In the right, there can almost be a small lift up into the top of the hill through turns 6 and 7. Actually, is Cork backed off, or is he just taking a very cautious line through turn 7 into turn 8, avoiding the company exit, because that can throw you off if you get stuck on that too much through turn 9. You continue right hand, putting all the stress on the left hand tire, which then get put on the inside for turn 10, I think, turn 10, yes. This is where the DRS would be if in the drive, but we're coming into conditions, so there's no DRS. Breaking down to one possible overtaking point into the chicane, getting it fairly well a bit wide on the curve for Corks there, compromises his exit into the final corner of Ari Lyndike, getting the that curve can be a bit deadly on the inside if you hit it at the right angle, but through the banking, which actually in the inter can, it's not a full flat out small lift for Corks, coming across the line to go P3 in for Team Haas, currently 7/10 off Joshua Meister.
I've got Ellie Hand there. He's going at the end of sector 3, so he'll be setting his lap. I believe it's someone no one, is it? No?
Yeah, someone.
It's yep, someone no one in Ferrari across the line. Goes fourth. Iham goes third. He must have made a mistake.
He must have backed off, yeah. Yeah, he's still got almost a full battery of VRS. He must be doing his push lap this time.
Beres Mikes goes second fastest with an 86. Not much in it between him and Josh Meister.
Yeah, definitely a very close session. I'm not too sure. It looks like it's a bit drier compared to Q1. I feel like Q1 there's a lot more rain falling. Now it's almost spitting. I don't know whether that's going to play an effect on how quick the track gets towards the end of the session. There's Gold Samurai in the pits. Looking, he was probably going to do about a 120. It probably wouldn't. It didn't look like he was actually that quick. But interesting that he decided to pit and not put a banker lap time in. If he was to spin or crash in Q in his second run, obviously throw away any chance of top position to start off with.
Cole's coming back over the line now. Is he going to improve? No. Someone no one. Yeah, on a 19.7, so he needs to find a bit of time.
Yeah, and he looked like he backed off as well. 5 seconds down in the middle. So is anyone actually on a good lap? It looks like LA Ham is. Doesn't take that wider lines of you. It doesn't use as much as the entry as he probably could do. And it's keeping about 80% throttle. And now he's backed off as well. He would have improved given his slow first lap, but it decides to call it in the pits.
Yeah, get a fresh set of tyres on. Get out there again. And
thing is, it's such a short lap. You can afford, unless they just didn't have enough fuel, maybe. You can do quite a few laps. I think even with this, like 5 kilos of fuel, you can get around with like 4 laps before you need to pit.
Sometimes the tyres take a bit more time to warm up with the inters as well. So, yeah, sometimes you tend to go faster. Sometimes on your 3rd or 4th lap. But we've got 2 guys on an out lap now. Sheeny and Snedden. One in the Alfa Romeo. He's ahead of Sheeny, so he'll be going around to set his lap first.
As we see Josh go P1.
Yep, he's improved his time.
Yeah, and actually gone quite early. Unless he's going to do 3 runs in this session, he does have time probably to come back into the pits. Or is he still on the? He's actually still on the first set of tyres.
Yeah,
wow.
He's on three laps. That's what I was saying to you
very
earlier.
quick time.
I was saying to you earlier, sometimes it takes a while to get those tyres up to 10%.
Yeah.
Like it is.
See Snedden and Sheen in the first sector. Let's see what Sheen's sector 1 time is. At 27.4. Snedden does at 26.9. Snedden's half a second up on Sheen. And actually really almost understeers, drops down to 5th, and someone no one has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane.
Ooh.
I'm not too sure. I don't know whether you saw that. Did he spin the pit lane?
I wasn't actually looking at that. I was looking at the Snedden and Sheeny.
Yeah, so I assume he must have spun in the pit lane, and yeah, it's a shame. For some reason, the game's very risky, and for some reason doesn't even let you try and even get out if you have a spin. So that's a shame for him. I think he was sitting about P4, P5.
Well, I know how deadly that pit lane is. I came out of that pit lane, hit the wall, DNF in Q2 yesterday. Ali Ham's coming up to the line now. Sheeny set a good lap, so 19.2. What can Ali Ham do? He's fighting in the championship this year.
Does
so
he batch his teammate?
no, he must have been validated.
Or is he starting a lap? I think he's just starting a lap now, actually.
No. Did he start a lap? No,
I think he's on. It says 0 lap tyres, which doesn't really make sense.
He
It must be an out lap.
He was on an out lap, and then I think he invalidated it. That's probably why, maybe. I don't know.
Esau Mike coming across the line. 118.6. Does that matches like it? How close was that? Apparently that's only. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with this game. It said he did 18.697, but that seemed to be his first lap run time. I'm not too sure what's going on with his timings.
Golden Samurai puts in the second fastest lap of the day, 18.5. 18.6.
LA16 Ham. So it's
Snedden.
4.3 seconds up, which would put him onto at least a 19.3. So if he could hit his lap time, he could. Oh, that curve on the inside.
He had a bit of a squiggle there, but it's okay. He's going around the final bend, coming out to the line. What can he do? Can he challenge? Oh, he lost a bit of time there. It's not a particularly good time for him there. I think he's got more pace than that. As that court is on a lap as well, and they're all really pushing hard now. I think that's it for Golden Samurai though, because you won't get in and out again.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, he's out of fuel. His core is going around in the house. There's a yellow flag sector to it. It's
I think Samurai's just trying to build a gap to himself. Looks like I think that's what the yellow flags are for. Just warming his tyres, trying to get the best starting point.
Yorkie is on the lap as well, so 5th place for him so far. He's got to find at least 0.6 or more to get pole.
So I feel like Gold Samurai's improved. I don't remember him being on 0.5.
Yeah, he improved. Golden Samurai.
Oh, yeah. And Corks, I think, has gone up to P6 for that lap time. He might just have a time to come back around and do another lap if he has enough fuel and tyres for it.
Oh, Yorkie, he was up in the middle sector, but then he's messed up the chicane there.
If he finds just one more tenth in this sector, he'll jump to P2.
Oh, I think
He was 3 tenths up. Is he going to keep it flat? He is. Oh, well done. Not many setups can do that, but he's run out of the RS there.
Debris there. The second fastest.
Wow. Half a tenth.
And I feel that if he had not messed up that chicane there, he probably would have.
But your favourite drivers, a tenth and a half up. Gold Samurai's 1.5 tenths up, which could be enough to displace the top two if he nails the final sector. And he might even. Yeah, I'm not too sure if a toe is going to help you through his final corner. It would definitely help him down the straight, the toe off. Not too sure. Is that Blazer Guns maybe?
Nope.
Stays P3 but improves to a 0.37. 600 separating top 3 drivers so far. I realise Mike's also in the pits.
Snedden, is he improving? He's a 10th down. So.
I mean, next across the line is going to be LA16 Ham. He's 2 tenths up. But he's got a big gap between Bizon, Mike and Corks. There's a 6 tenths gap. Can he bridge that gap? No, but he falls right in the middle. As same as Blazer Guns. Nice time for him. Go just 10th off in P6. Yellow flags. Snedden.
Yeah, he's gone around. Pushing really hard there to try and find the time.
Yeah, that corner, especially on the exit, if you light up the rears, it can be quite difficult to keep going, make sure it doesn't hold up. Yeah, it's good to pull out of the way. So I figure out who's actually on the time.
I don't think Core is, but.
Is Sheen? That's close to the walls for Sheen. Can he improve?
Core is on.
Yeah. Oh.
And he does improve. Core 18.9. He moves up to the 7th place there, just above LA Han.
And
Only slightly, but enough.
Yeah, that's all they need, isn't it?
That's the end of qualifying. There, Josh Meister in the end. He proved us all right by getting the pole. Congratulations to him. And Yorkie there in second place out of nowhere. And then Golden Samurai, obviously there in third place. Snedden there in fourth. Beerus Mike in fifth. And that's screen's gone now, so got a good qualifying position there for LA Blazer Guns. So there's the order. Josh Meister, Yorkie, Golden Samurai, Snedden, Beerus Mike, LR Blazer Guns, RSF1, Core, LA Ham, Sheeny, and someone no one. Got disqualified, unfortunately. How stupid this game is.
Yes, obviously it's going to be a restart. I'm just going to stay in the lobby just so I can grab the grid for the host. I don't know whether you want to jump in straight to the lobby, do a lap on TT. I'm not too sure how quickly F3 are in terms of getting through.
Alright, I'll just wait in the lobby. Smoke a cigarette. I just, I don't want to affect the stream at the moment. It's
That is a good point, yeah.
As soon as I get an invite, I'll be joining. So is everyone in the chat? Horizon 40 there. How are you, mate? Looks like the only person that's stitching. Oh, it's a good job I actually did. I'm in the car.
I can't view the race. No, I can't view the race vector.
I'm in the car, so there is a restart then. They're gonna have to.
Oh, I think. Yeah.
With all the stuff. That
Look, wait. How are
on.
you both? Wait. What? How are you both 16th and 17th?
I don't know. This game.
You're that good. You're driving 2 cars.
16th and 17th. Oh my god. I should ready up now.
Actually, you could really give the stream a lap around the track or perspective. Actually, no, you have formation lap on anyway. But yeah.
Yeah. As it's a non thing, I can just overtake everyone in time. Is it definitely a restart? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely restart. Yeah, and then you'll
Oh, wait, I'm gonna ready up then. Plug it. Oh, I'm in car mode. How do I change it? I can't race like this. Settings, cameras. How do you change it? Camera. Is that it? Cockpit. Oh, it's that one, isn't it? How am I still on it? What button do you press to change it in the game?
What are you trying to change?
The camera angle. It's on car.
Why? Or that one that sort of looks like 2 boxes on top of each other? Why is not join the new lobby? Let's try that.
When they send me an invite, I'll join. But because there's still 5 people in here.
Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres
Oh,
properly.
there's no
Make sure you get some
this
heat into the brakes as well.
Which car are you in? The RSF1 comms car.
Yeah. I got to change.
Oh,
yeah.
is it? Yeah, well, I think it might be X or Y.
This is fun. No assist.
What assist do you normally run?
Everything.
Oh.
No, not brake assist, like obviously.
Yeah, but. Oh, you got a turn. Oh. Yeah, I think this is probably set whoever's done this before had no traction, they're probably ABS off. So this is it shows that this is definitely are tricky when you haven't been used to them.
Definitely tricky. I don't use assists. Use. Oh, I'm stuck.
Yeah, I think Peter might join back into this lobby. I think we can't see.
That hasn't stuck me.
Yeah,
They
that's
started
definitely. No, it looks like somebody else has spun as well.
Not enough people. Well, you see even how shit I am with no assists.
Okay, and yeah, the lobby's now completely crashed.
Well, Stitchin, I couldn't bloody change it.
Okay, yeah, lobby host finally got it online. Q Aaron for the invite. Apologies for these delays. Luckily, we know what this game's like. For some reason, last few weeks has been a bit inconsistent with the lobbies, so we don't want to overly take any risks, especially on such a tight track. Why does it say waiting for players? Why am I in the screen going to? It looks like I'm going to the race already.
I'm just waiting for the invite.
Are you in the lobby at the moment?
Am I didn't invite?
Yeah, I can't. I'm going to have to reset my game. You're in the lobby this time.
I can agree with that. Terrace. I am supposed to remain impartial, but sorry.
Who's better luck at joining? It looks like we've got Crunchy Bear joining now, so we should have 16.
Oh, nice. Another F5 sandbag.
Oh, let me see. Got to figure out which one driver now Crunchy's in is missing. Josh. Yoki, is it? Samurai. I'm going to turn myself off while I mumble my way through the list of drivers.
Okay. Well, it's
Or
been
16 are now.
a bit of a problem with Twitch tonight. I don't know what happened earlier. Some problems with the Twitch servers or something. But we're hopefully those problems have been finished now. We can get underway and have a good race. Dry session for the race. We had a wet quali, but like I say, a few new faces tonight. Golden Samurai, one of them.
It is already done. Good job by the host to get that done quickly. Make sure I will literally be 2 seconds before.
Right, finally get underway and get this race going. Say, this restarts with the servers lately. Like I say, have to be done. Not in F5, mind you, because we're perfect. But well, Josh Meister dominated the qualifying. Pretty much all sessions. Well, the two I saw.
I don't actually remember how much did he get pulled by a half a 10 for. Oh yeah, because York and Gold Samurai were very close.
Yeah, all three of them really could have got it. Who's everyone's predictions for the race here today, boys? No early ready ups now, please. Excuse me.
Let me have a look up, see what tires people are doing. I'm gonna say Crunchy's gonna have a good race. He started at the back, nothing to lose. He's not been in the mindset in qualifying to do dry or to do wet running, so he's got dry running right at the front of his mind.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can only move forward from the back.
But nobody so far. Actually, one person, Laser, going for hards, and actually Yorkie in second place. The one thing here is off the line. I feel like the hards are not very good. You will probably lose a position if you go for hards, and if you go for softs, obviously, then the opposite, you'll gain a position. But obviously, I wouldn't recommend anyone trying softs. It's not a worth strategy.
Definitely not soft. This game, I don't know. The softs are very bad on this one.
No, yeah. I felt race tires, the mediums and the hards definitely the ones to go for on most tracks this game. Maybe when we get to tracks like Canada and Mexico where it's normally a 2-stop on previous games, maybe that would be different, but what have we got? We must have Kansas soon. I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll be interested to see. It'll be the first 2 stop of the season, but most tracks this season have been medium hard or soft hard races, which is a bit boring. But saying that, 2 drivers, Yorkie and Aaron Vitch, have both gone for softs.
Oof.
The Yorkie going from one extreme of starting on hards to the other extreme of starting on softs.
There is the strategy that you can play around here, though. If you go on the softs, you get an early pit stop, and you can get open track, and then do the undercut. That's the strategy with the softs. I was thinking about it myself yesterday, and because I was at the back, and I thought, oh well, go for the softs.
Could have been worth the risk, yeah. I think around here, overtaking so difficult, it's alternate strategy can be quite useful.
Yeah, it was the thing I was thinking about yesterday because I didn't qualify that well as I normally do. But thanks, mate.
You had a lot of safety cars yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a lot of safety cars yesterday. If it weren't for the safety cars, I would have probably been out with it. But
which obviously made strategy quite difficult. Yeah, you want to around here, if you do get a safety car, you don't want to be ending up at the back, taking a pit stop onto softs, maybe at the end and being in P10 or 11. It's going to be hard to make your way through. I think. Who was it? Was it Stidgen? Or was it Cornish? Somebody pitted with about 8 laps to go onto softs for safety car, but then didn't. Only made up like 4 places. I don't think they got from P6 to P2. That's not a dead certain on those softs.
yeah, I remember Draco pitting for the softs, and or pitting and just losing big time. I don't know if he had damage or anything in tier 1, but it cost him so much because he got stuck behind traffic and everything, and it really cost him a chance of a podium.
Yeah, I think when I was doing it, softs maybe about 10 laps. If you start on softs, you pit like lap 10, which then means you have to do 26 laps on the hards, which is a bit tough. Yeah, so I think you have to really hope for safety car at the right point.
Dano
Yeah,
did on them yesterday, and they burst.
Yes, it's very much the limit. And obviously that's without a formation lap. These drivers will do a formation lap, which really adds 2 or 3% to these tyres. As we see, I believe that probably is the highest rating up.
Did 3 laps under safety car on them, so
Yeah,
they still burst.
it's definitely it's not the right tyre. I don't believe it's the right tyre to start on. So then we're going to make the last minute change.
I always did it on the
Yorkie's gone.
because he went on the softs, and I was thinking, yeah, go on the softs. But then I was in the hards, worn hards, and in the end, it was a better call.
Yeah, I think I had to go to softs just because I had a damage, so I had to pit with about 12 laps to go, and I had to nurse them. So Rocket was catching me on mediums just because I had to go so slow to make sure I got them to the end. But yeah, shall I run us through the formation lap, starting at the back? P16 in, what car is he in? The AlphaTauri, we have Mr. Crunchy Bear joining us for the race. P15, after crashing at turn 3 in Q1, we have Ipswich Techers. P14, we have Aaron Vitch, I think he might have also crashed in the Haas. P13 is AOR Minx in the AlphaTauri as well. And another McLaren of Triran Blaze 77 in the McLaren in P12. Galaxy Connor starting just outside the top 10, so hoping to make some position to get points in P11. Sheen first to the Alfa Romeos in P10, ahead behind no one starting in P9. Championship contender actually, LA16 Ham only down in 8th, behind home hero RSF1 Corks in the Haas. Then row 3 is LR Blazer Guns ahead behind Bizarre Mike. Then we have on the second row Snedden in P4, ahead of newcomer, or not newcomer, but newcomer to Div 3, Gold Samurai. And locking out the front row is LWS Yorkie in P2 and Joshua Meister in P1. Yeah, fast formation lap.
Well,
Very strong out.
You did that pretty quick.
I had to, I realised they were already at like...
Still a quarter of the lap to go.
I saw that they were like coming through the second DRS and I was like, I'm going to get this done in time, so I had to sort of make sure I got it done. But yeah, it seems like they backed up the pack. It's very strung out. The 2 McLarens leaving a lot of space ahead of them to sort of warm up the tyres, but...
Yeah, The tactics there from Golden Samurai, he's backed off massively.
Yeah, it could just be with this, with the way if you have these special formation laps and line up the grid, you just want to give yourself a bit of space sometimes, so you can spot your grid. Oh, Gold Samurai looked like I thought he'd sort of gone too much. He has.
Yeah.
He sort of went too much to the left, so sort of overshot it. I had to sort of correct back. I've got a really bad camera angle as we see someone no one. LA16 Ham also miss it. Last two McLarens, I've not actually got any good camera angles to start here. I don't know if you have, so hopefully everyone screams Crunchy Bear on the back.
Yeah. Off the back. And it's go, go, go. And it looks like Josh Meister got a good start. But he's going side by side with Josh Meister and the Yorkies managed to get the lead there. So that's a very good start from him. Golden Samurai's dropped down to 4th. And Snedman's managed to get the move done on him. But he's trying to go around the outside. But hasn't got the speed to go get the move done.
Oh, it's contact at the back between Blazer Guns and another car. I believe.
Blazer's gone.
The McLaren of Tube, I think they just sort of squeeze each other. Got a bit of contact coming out of the banked corner. And then that's sort of spun.
Coming together.
Blazer to go, yeah. Blazer must have. Something must have happened because Trevam started in 12th, Blazer started in 6th. So for them to be that close together on track at turn 3. Must be maybe something else that happened.
Is it a virtual?
An early safety car. I know it is a virtual because I can't see a safety car on the minimap.
Yeah, it's virtual. So, unfortunately for LA Blazer Guns, he's raced over within the first few corners. So, that's unlucky for him.
And Ben Trevam would have hoped it was a full safety car.
Aaron Bush is on the soft tyre there. So, the safety car's ended and we're back underway. But look at the lead that the top two have got over Snedden there. They've got to jump on him big time there. And Golden Samurai is still sitting in the wings of Snedden there. He'll be a bit disappointed that he's dropped the position.
Oh, Sheen sticking his nose up the inside of Corks. No, didn't really. Sort of a bit too far back to make a move. As we see, Minx, the Alpha Tower, he's battling. I think Crunch just got past his teammate there. Actually, they're not teammates, actually, they're both reserves. But yeah, teammates for today. As you see, the lead's just 2/10.
Yeah. This big group of cars here, really. I mean, you've got a big gap to, who is it? Aaron British. Oh, another McLaren. The Mercedes has gone around. It's Ellie Ham.
Is that not the corner? Oh, no, sorry, it's Snedden who's spun in qualifying. But yeah, both McLarens getting caught up by the middle sector. Looks like he has no damage, but that would hurt the tyres. Temperatures especially. He's going to struggle through the rest of the sector.
They switched deck, and looks like Crunchy Bear.
I think it was. He was having a look, but yeah, backed out. That chicane's very difficult to go through side by side unless you have a good run.
Yeah, the two Alpha Tauris there are together, so it looks like Crunchy Bear's got a lot more pace than AOR Minx at the moment. He's having a look.
Well, that was
What about it?
moving there, yeah. Was Treva moving, or was Ipswich moving, or was he sort of just? They both moved at the same time.
I think he was covering the lane.
Yeah. Crunchy Bear almost loses the back end through turn 3, but gets a very good exit. I tried to have a couple of runs down the strip, but it's too bendy that you can't really go side by side unless the other car is really compliant and
yeah, it's very hard to
willing to back out. Yeah. There's another spin. Gold Samurai. Is like we suspected? It is race pace. Isn't as quick as his qualifying pace. As he makes contact with LA16 Ham, I just caught the end of that. Not too sure exactly what happened. I don't know whether it was Samurai sort of getting back up to speed and LA16 Ham tapped him.
Maybe it's just a track and his setup is causing it to spin.
Yeah. Hopefully LA16 Ham's not got damage. I don't believe he has, which is good for him. But yeah, Samurai's lost 10 places. You have another yellow flag as no one has spun at the exact same corner.
He got going. Has caught up to the top two.
And DOS is enabled.
Yeah, so he's dropped back a little bit, but he's actually caught up to the top two now. Let's bear it. Bizarre Mike is dropping back though. He doesn't seem to have the pace of the top three, but he has got a nice little gap to call.
Yeah, maybe it might be worth him sitting in that gap playing long games with another yellow flag. Again, Gold Samurai. Spinning at turn 3. Is he going to get turned? Oh, he might have touched the wall just getting back turned around, but I don't believe he's got any visible damage at least. But yeah, he's 3 at the back, are definitely struggling. Sort of the top 12 are pulling away. Actually, there's a big gap between Ipswich attackers with another yellow flag for Galaxy Corner. Is he going to... Yeah, luckily, he's got his spun back around in the right direction.
It is one of those tracks where you can drop it.
Yeah, there's gravel everywhere, runoffs. It's only even any good runoffs here. No, when you go off, unless there's sort of chicane here, you can sort of cut across and get away with it. But everywhere else, there's big gravel traps that you're going to spin into if you lose it.
It's one of those tracks where it's kind of like a roller coaster, really, and you're just inches from dropping off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't lose 1 second for a mistake. You lose 10 seconds for a mistake if you make a
Mercedes is making a move.
Yeah, as also Crunchy Bear coming. Is he going to do Crunchy Bear do a double move? No.
How close that McLaren is there.
Also, I was on Crunchy Bear brake very late there. Feels like Yorkie's pulled away by a couple of car lengths from Josh. It was sort of 5 or 6 tenths a few laps ago, now it's 7 or 8 tenths. Oh,
and Crunchy Bear is going round.
Ah, that's a shame. Did he get stuck on the curb?
Yeah, I just seen it on Mix's camera angle. And
he's lost it again. Oh, he had a good to save that sort of.
He's got back underway. Like I say, it's one of those tracks. If you hit the curb, you're going around. I was close myself a couple of times last night. But you got to sort of bridge the gap between pushing too hard and then, you know.
Yeah, I think it's very much a balancing act. This Snedden, is he no? Actually, Josh has really been pushing it down to 5% ERS. He needs to really hope he gets DRS. No, he's lost DRS. Basically, pull a 10th back in before the next detection point. He's using them all in the wrong places. I think he's using DRS in the corners. ERS, sorry, in the corners. He's been saving up for the straights here. I think Snedden's going to get a run here.
Yeah, I think the race pace of Yorkie is just so good.
Yeah, it seems like he's in the groove. Yeah, he's getting it. Well, just balancing the flow of not pushing too hard but pulling a gap at the same time. But actually, speaking of that, Josh, no, he's just missed out on DRS this lap.
Yeah, this top three just league of their own now. But saying that, Bizarre Mike has closed.
Yeah, he's
3/10.
Yeah, I think. Thing is, here you can't just sit back and hope people get penalties. I don't believe anyone has got a corner cutting penalty this week. Not even Cornish. Definitely nobody in Div 1 and nobody in Div 2 as someone spun. Oh, sorry, not someone, but...
I don't think anyone...
Oh, no, it was someone.
I got one.
So did you get one?
No, I don't think anyone in Div 5 got one.
Oh, is someone's... Oh, had to dive away the leaders. I just feel he's got a really annoying name as commentators to say.
Yeah, someone.
It makes it sound like we have no idea who it is, but... Yeah, he pulled that away, luckily well for the leaders there. But he's obviously lapped down, which makes it difficult now with this game not allowing cars to unlap themselves under the safety car.
The problem with this track, though, I mean, you can get close to people. Right? You can definitely get close to people. You just can't overtake them. It literally... Unless they make a mistake.
I sat on the back of somebody, I can't remember who it was, I always sit on the back of somebody's rear wing for sort of 5 or 6 laps. Just trying to save up some ERS with a spin in the back. There's some yellow flags. And again, someone spun again. Oh no, so what? I think his tyre's just overheated now. He might be calling it into pit, possibly, and retire.
Hopefully not. Alex Corner's got, yeah. Is he going to get the move done? Yes, he is. Lovely little move there from Galaxy Corner. Shaka couldn't do nothing. Elliot Ham there.
Oh, Ipswich has another snap.
6 seconds down on Aaron Bish for 7th place there. He had a spin early on, but he's managed to get the hammer down and recover.
Yeah.
Someone, no one's gone.
Yeah, I think he retired in the pit lanes AI, then for some reason the game sent his AI back on track. He definitely retired in the pit lane. I don't know why the game does this, but hopefully it's gone, so it shouldn't affect the course safety car.
FDR official. Enjoy the race.
As we see, Snedden's now. Oh, he just for a fraction there, he dropped outside the 1 second. But I think Yorkie's pulled a couple of pulling the gap slowly away. I think these two, or second and third, are going to start a battle soon. Actually, the only ones in DRS at the moment is Snedden, the only one who's close enough to any throughout the whole pack to have any chance of DRS. Actually, a shout out to Aaron Vitch. He's made up 7 places so far. 9 laps made up 7 places from P14 on the grid. P7.
Oh, someone's gone around there.
Josh, it's Josh off. 1P. Oh, yeah, just got out of the way. He's gonna have side by side with Corks, and he spun.
No,
He lost all the hot tires. Keep it to the left hand side. Well, I think he just needs to be careful through the chicane and then through the banked corner. He needs to be really careful with banked corner. Hot tires on the banking will be really deadly.
Just needs to ease it in. Snedden now.
Yeah. Just
he lost a lot of time there, Snedden, because of this spin. I think he had to avoid it. And
that's
giving Yorkie a bit of a gap to get away. Although he is low.
As we see, Aaron Vitch. This is probably just on the limit of pit stop. Aaron Vitch was on the soft, wasn't he? He was the only one on the softs.
Exactly. I think it got the spin caught out Bizarre Mike as well, because he's dropped down by 6 seconds.
Yeah, he's made. Let me check. Where he loses all the time. Yeah, he lost 4 seconds in the middle sector. Actually, more. You wouldn't just lose 4 seconds avoiding the spin. He must have his own. But Trevor Blaze, 10-second penalty for corner cutting.
Yeah, he must have really.
Why has he done that? He's only just got to the chicane now. That must be the corner before the DRS zone. It's probably that bug where if you spin and go off track and try to rejoin safely, it normally gives you a penalty. Those can be removed by the stewards because I don't think you're able to serve him in the pits. So yeah, if he sends that in, he'll get that 10-second penalty removed. Hopefully he doesn't come in and retire.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like that could be what he's doing. Shame because there's only 14 left, so more spins, yeah, he pits and retires. There's enough people in the race that if you just stick it out, there might be enough retirements that you get to points in the end.
But that spin really has gifted Yorkie, the race at the moment. Because it caught out Bizarre Mike and Snedden, and they're now having to close that gap down. So it's kind of like, it's a little more comfortable for Yorkie.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's comfortable. The best thing to use. Connor battling LA16 Ham. Connor gave some bit of a tap into turn 3. I wonder why that's just the different lines they were taking sort of converged, but hopefully Connor's not got damage. He was definitely closing in on LA16 Ham.
Yeah, LA16 Ham has dropped off a bit now.
Yeah, what was it? Did you say it's 6-second gap a couple of laps ago?
Yeah, I think.
Or is it Connor goes off? Connor's probably off there.
Seventh place, wasn't he?
Yeah, he really gained a position when Josh spun, but yes, Galaxy Connor losing a lot of time there, going off, losing about 4 seconds, and he's probably going to have dirty tyres that allow Ipswich through to make the move. Doesn't even need DRS before straight.
So there are moves being made. It's very hard to make a move, but
yeah, people are making it. Yeah, it's like getting through one way or another, whether it's through mistakes or just through getting it done on the brakes since turn 1. People are actually getting done fairly sensibly. Not really many two instants so far as who's in the pits. Galaxy Connor. It's, for some reason it's very easy speed here. I don't know why. I had a penalty. For some reason it just feels like the braking zone is very difficult to pit.
I was literally got the same bug yesterday. I literally slowed down to 34, had the pit limiter on, and it gave me a penalty. I was like, are you having a laugh? I wish I'd clipped it because, but it didn't matter because it was the first lap and I managed to come back around again and had the safety car, so, but yeah, that one does seem a bit dodgy, that one.
Yeah, it's, and also you can get warnings on the pit entry as well for no clear reason. Even if you stay on track, the game can give you warnings, which is a shame.
The closest action at the moment is Mix and Ipswich Tecker in the AlphaTauri. So
Yeah,
well, those two. Crunchy Bear's trying to close the gap after his spin.
Yeah, he's also made up 7 places, currently sitting on 2 points if he's finished where he is.
And he's looking for the move here.
As you see a move, yeah.
Mix. He's got the move done.
Yeah, Ipswich is not even
Easy.
fighting that really.
Ah. Could easily fought that.
Maybe is he on a different strategy, or is he just, maybe he knows Minx is faster, doesn't want to ruin his own race. Got a bigger game plan, shoot in the long run.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Sheeny has been quietly going along in 5th place there. I mean, he's starting to pull a gap on Ellingham.
Yeah, actually from P10 as well. So he's done well to. Was it not him who got disqualified in Q3 as well? Well,
Yellow flag.
as we see,
too.
Vitch has had a spin in the Haas at one of the corners I will not try to pronounce. Yeah, the only ones I'm willing to pronounce around here is Turn 1 and Tarzan. That's the only one that's slightly easy to pronounce.
Well, Yorkie once again is pretty much dominating the race.
Yeah, since the spin he's pulled about half a second, hasn't he? What was it, about 3.6, 3.8? Got up to 4.5.
Stan can't live with him at the moment. Whereas Mike's starting to close a little bit up on Snedden, but not much. Core is pretty much cemented in 4th place, but Sheeny though seems to be the mover at the moment. He definitely is closing in on Core quite a lot. He's down to 3.12, so you can see him in the distance now, so he'll obviously be targeting Core, and these guys will be coming close to the pit stops now, so yep, as I said that, they do, so
Yeah, so let's see if anyone, are they close enough to
Yorkie
be held
got
up in the
held.
pit lane? Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it might be just on the borderline.
no, he did. He got held up.
How's that much?
He had a
Or did he have front wing
4-second lead.
chain? Yeah, he's lost a lot of time there. No front wing. So that's a shame because, yeah, Snedden 2.2, Yorkie
Snedden.
2.6, second stop.
Would be absolutely loving that. I'll tell you that. An
only
excellent
thing-
pit stop by the Mercedes boys there.
Yeah, the only thing I can think has happened is, when you have to hold the revs and you have to release the clutch. I wonder whether, when you release it too early, it doesn't let you go. You sort of put it back in and do it again. I wonder
Yeah.
whether he's got the clutch stuck and then he's then taken too long, and
Could
then
well
at that
be.
point, he's
But
then
he
had
had
to
a
be
red-
held.
It could well be that he had a red pit stop and he had a purple one now.
Yeah, I said 2.6 compared to 2.2, so that shouldn't have really been that much of a difference. Yeah, it's odd how he's lost that much time. And actually, he's pulled quite a bit on this first lap. On the cold tyres, then made the most of it, pulled out of DRS.
He's going to absolutely be fuming there, Yorkie, but an excellent pit stop there from the Mercedes boys. You can't complain there.
His
Yeah,
Corks,
he's pulled a bit of a gap there.
it's going to be
yeah,
close for
Corks.
Corks. I think he should come out just ahead of AOR Minx, but only just. I think he needs to make sure he nails the pit stop, because if he gets stuck behind the AlphaTauris, it could be detrimental to his full race time. But yeah, he's come out. Yeah, about actually almost ahead of Crunchy Bear. He's make sure, yeah.
Right.
But
The Mercedes guy. You know, Elliot Ham's going to hold him up as much as possible to help his teammate out. Snedden. But it's
yeah,
not
for
really-
sure. Because what's the gap now? About 10 seconds. But yeah, those cold tires, you can see how much he drops back, how much the cold tires affect you through sector 1 here.
Look at the gap now between Snedden and Bizarre Mike. 12 seconds now. So down to 11.9. So those hard tyres are starting to warm up now. The hard tyre around here, I felt was a really nice tyre. Once you got them up.
As we see, was that yellow flags? Or was that Ipswich just letting... No, he's not being lapped, he has got damage. As we see Mike pitting. Where is he going to come out? I think he was ahead of Elham, wasn't he? So he should stay ahead. Yeah, quite comfortably. Even once he's warmed his tyres, he should have a 2 or 3 second lead. Well, not lead, but 2 or 3 second gap.
Alec. Should we leave it at Alec? I don't know if that was right.
As you see, Crunchy's made a move, and Ipswich Techers
Oh, it's Tekker's gone.
is retired in the pits, I think. As somebody else has spun,
Yeah.
Crunchy spun. I think I saw him just make the move on his teammate, so unless he's made contact with his teammate, possibly.
Is it a virtual? Or no? I thought that was virtual then. But no. Let's go back onto the lead. As you look at that, he is stretching his lead, Snedden. He's not.
Yes, it's Yorkie doesn't feel comfortable on these mediums, whether it's his setup or compared to what he was doing where he was pulling out a couple of tenths a lap before. Definitely seems like a dominant one. Could it have been Yorkie got damage on the pit entry, so it was too so the team couldn't change it because there's sort of a limit, whereas if you get damage too late, the team don't change your front wing.
Yeah.
That's the only real reason I can think him losing this much time compared to what he was doing before.
Yeah. Maybe you just take more time to warm the tyres up than Snedden did.
And
As
see,
Elliot
oh,
Ham's trying to hold it, but it does get moved down there.
Just
Oh.
about. Yeah. Good battling there on such a tight track, such tight corners. It's very easy to go side by side and cause a collision, but it is very well. As we see, there is a collision. Someone spun. No, I'm not too sure why. Looks like Galaxy was maybe going slowly. Yeah, I think he had a spin at the final corner or a mistake where he ran wide at the final corner. So we're only actually halfway through this race. It's gone surprisingly quickly. As we see, what's the closest gap at the moment? Again, it's AOR Minx, seems to always be in battles this race.
Yeah.
1.0 seconds behind Sheen now. As we have another yellow flag.
Sector 3.
Who's that for? Bizarre Mike. Oh. I mean, just pitted.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, that's caused
contact.
issues for... Oh.
Yeah, Mercedes.
Yes, oh, is it,
Yeah.
as he got to come in for damage.
He was going so well over here. So Mike,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
Oh no, that's just pit stop. That's just his normal pit stop. LA16 Ham. He hadn't pitted yet. And he has got damage. He's actually very lucky to have stayed out so long. He actually took his damage before his pit stop. Otherwise, to carrying damage throughout this race would be very costly.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, he's gonna come out. Yeah, even only ahead of Galaxy Connor. Big gap there. And got to make up what, maybe about 8 seconds. As LA16 Ham. We'll get him back in.
That's gonna hurt him.
at least, yeah, the only thing is at least he's not near anyone. So you don't want to be around an AI on this track, but as you see another spin for the safety car. Not another spin for
safety
safety
car.
car, but yeah, surprised, no one's retired, only Bizarre spun. I don't believe anyone got any damage. That's going to help Aaronovich, who hadn't pitted yet. Or had he pitted?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he pitted on lap 10. Oh, he went... I just realised Aaron went softs to medium. So he was
Well,
already
he's-
locked in for a 2-stop.
This is gonna help AR Minx if he can get out pretty much ahead of the
Yeah,
group.
I
He can
think
go
he
to
might-
medium tyre now to the end.
Yeah. Oh, wow, just saying that he speeds. I think he would have come out probably ahead of Crunchy, though.
Oh no!
Is everyone going to pit? They only have one set of mediums, don't they? They can't take softs to the end. Oh, they clearly didn't watch Dano yesterday. 17 laps on softs, I think.
No way.
I
11
was
laps
doing
on softs.
yeah, I was doing 6% a lap on softs, so 17 laps, 102%.
No.
Yeah, there's nowhere it's happening.
Punch it territory after 11.
Yep.
Trust me.
Yeah, I think
Dino will answer that question for you.
I think that's a mistake by Josh there. I think those who only just... Because the thing is, those hards they were on, they only pitted 4 or 5 laps ago. It wasn't like they were 10, 15 laps into a stint. They only just pitted. I think everyone else who's at the top 4 who stayed out have made a correct decision. If this was maybe lap 25, maybe worth it. But yeah, lap 20, definitely not.
Okay, he's in
I-
position. AR. Oh,
I think
mate.
it's Josh.
He's on mediums
Jo-
to the end, right?
I think that's doable, definitely.
He's on mediums to the end, so he's going to the quickest tyre. And he is only 4 places off of P1.
And I'm actually riding on board with Josh on his lap trying. He's still pushing it, trying to catch a safety car. He's burning up his tyres when he really doesn't need to be. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting restart. And actually, Galaxy Connor also pitted onto the softs. Is he a lap down though? No,
Did Josh start on mediums? Actually?
I think Josh might be coming back in. No, I thought it was just a line he was taking. I thought he was going to do some sort of clever double stop behind safety car.
Well, this is probably the right call for the top 3, yeah. Because, like I say, the medium tyre, the hard tyre will definitely go to the end. And
Yeah,
it will be the better tyre at the very end.
it's a conservative choice, isn't it?
But good chance there for AR Minx there on the medium tyre. So, yeah. It looks as though, early on, it looked as though Snedden had the pace on these hard tyres compared to Yorkie, but then Yorkie stabilised the gap. And so it'll be a fight to the end now for the Mercedes driver and the Williams. War has kept his nose clean in 3rd place. Obviously, it's home track. He'll want to do well here today.
Yeah, that's the thing. Actually, who's made up the most positions? Cork's made up for quite a few, I feel like. I have no idea how to check who's made up the most positions. Is it not that button? I'm just here clicking all the buttons, hoping it's the correct
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, 8 positions.
Uh,
Grunchy there. And
oh, yeah.
Minx 8 positions. Sheeny 6
Yeah.
positions.
Yeah.
So Core 4. Yeah,
And actually, only 3 drivers in red who are still going, so most drivers actually made up places from where they started. As you see Aaron back in, what was he on? 11 lap old mediums. As me saying earlier, no one this week's got a corner cutting penalty.
Drive-through penalty.
Yeah, he picked it up. I think again. I think he got one under the first safety car as well, or VSC,
He must not have served it.
or was that this one? Oh no, it was this one. It's just so long ago. It feels like it was the last VSC. He's just done an
Yeah.
overtake. Did Connor spin on the safety car? Something.
I'm not sure. No, I
I
think
was.
he came into the
No, I just saw Aaron go past him. I was checking the race director. I went past him. Not too sure what happened there. As beside Mike also drops to the back. He definitely wasn't
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
back before.
Yeah, he spun
Uh,
out just before the
was that-
safety car, which caused
No,
the safety car,
I'm
I think.
Yeah, I thought Connor was in last, but maybe they've swapped around, maybe something happened underneath, but yeah, safety car in this lap. It's let them bunching them up.
Try to warm his tyres up so he can get a good start there, Snedden.
People have gone in different places this week. Some people before the last corner, some people leaving it quite late, almost to the start-finish line. Definitely a lot of choices at the restart to take or where to go. But the hards is definitely difficult in terms of heating them up at restart. This could favour into Minx's hands.
He's going to drag it all the way to the start-finish line onto Bottas. I can't see him going yet because he'll be under so much pressure.
Keeping it at 65-ish miles, 65 miles an hour, constant speed. Not giving the game away yet.
Looks like Cole's going to get a nice run on.
As something's, yeah. He's almost got a limit. He's gone. He's gone. That's loud.
He's gone too early there, I think, the Haas driver. He's had to give that up.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly where they were taking to take it, but yeah, definitely side by side still. P3. There's a couple of more battles. Yeah, gold samurai.
Oh, he's gone and Cole's gone.
What was he joined back on? Be careful.
Oh no.
Oh, there's more collisions. There's 3 wide. Not going to be 3 wide, are they? Please don't go 3 wide.
He had to back up.
Yeah, I think
someone's gone in the back of Garrick's corner. He had a perfect view of it all. I don't know what happened to York. He just seemed to lose it there.
Yeah, I was watching. But Gold Samurai's up to 5th. He was battling for 7th place on the restart. He was the one I was watching, and he's managed to gain a lot of places. We see mistake. Yeah. I'm not going to go 3 wide to turn 11, are we? The yellow flag is yellow spin, not a yellow, a spin for Aronovich. Let's say suddenly all picked up into drama.
This is all.
Connor's also had a mistake. Yeah. So somehow the Alfa Romeos are now P2 and P3. I think they were like P5, P7 at the restart. Yeah, he was 7th for the start of this lap. He's had a mega restart, yeah. And Josh on the soft.
Josh,
I thought Josh gave a heart attack there, yeah. I thought he was going to go for it. But yeah, Samurai's definitely all over Sheen, yeah. And Samurai's obviously on the mediums. One lap he pit on lap 16, so that's it's probably just on the limit in terms of getting the mediums to the end. I think on lap 16, that's 20 laps in total. He should be fine. He looks after those tyres, but yeah, he's definitely also making the Haywash sunshines on those mediums, not being held up by his teammate here.
Whereas Mike here, right behind the Mercedes driver of Ellie Han.
Samurai, I think, is going to get a run here. He's very close to at least have a look up the inside. So they make contact. There's definitely big contact. Is this allow Josh a run? Josh is going to stick his nerve on the inside, but yeah, I think Samurai still got the overlap. Yeah, she just sensibly backed out of that. Yeah, I don't believe they are. I think Samurai's a reserve, so he's actually not really obliged, but actually he's got a bad exit. Samurai there. Yeah. So it's going to have Josh both his yellow flags for Vitch spinning in the middle sector. They're 3 wide. Josh 2 wheels in the grass. But yeah, Josh backed up. I'm not sure which Alfa Romeo is ahead now. Sheen as this contact. Gold Samurai goes onto the curb. And Gold Samurai stays behind in the end somehow. So there's definitely not team orders in this team.
Definitely not. They're keeping it clean. But with all this battling though,
yes,
like Snedden to get away massively. He's up to 3.45 seconds now, and yeah, he's pretty much away with clouds now.
That's what we've got a train second all the way down to 7th here. 6-car train. Any one of these drivers could end up with a podium. Obviously, Josh has got a 5-second for speeding, I believe. So that's going to affect him at the end. That's the late safety car, which can serve in the pits.
Run on his teammate. Yeah, is he going to make the move into chicane?
Brakes very late.
Seems as Golden Samurai's got that one mapped. He did it on me in F5.
We obviously it's a good exit out of the previous corner, but DRS is now enabled, and he's got 6% ERS compared to Sheen's only 27. But Josh also gets one. Yeah, Josh could get both positions here. I think he will go for both positions.
I think they're both covering the line.
No, he had to back out.
Yeah, they're both covering the line there. 2 Alfa Romeos.
As finally, I think that is definitely going to be for Gold 7. I think he should make a position now and be able to pull a small gap for next red zone. I don't believe Sheen will be able to get back close enough, especially that medium tire advantage. But yeah, I'm surprised Josh hasn't really made much choice to a battling. He's sort of been very cautious and not wanted to make any aggressive moves.
Problem with Josh has is that he's on a soft tyre. That's not going to go to the end.
Sure.
And he's going to have to pit. So all this battling is not helping him as well. So really, you can count out Josh really for podium here. He's not going to go on over 10 laps on the sauce after he's done 6. He'll be coming up to punch territory in about 4 laps time.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough. I think the only way he's going to get to the end here is by a lucky safety car. He can sort of hold onto those tyres by the skin of his teeth, or another safety car and he pits. I think without a safety car, he's definitely going to struggle, because we can see he's already dropping back. He was last few laps being up there with Sheen and Goldham Way. He's almost a 7 tenths back now.
Course making a move into turn 1.
Yeah, actually,
move done on ARR mix.
On those hards as well, making those holds as well, because Galaxy Connor takes the fast lap as he makes a move on Sheen. Not Sheen, sorry, LA16 Ham.
What I was saying to you
point
about
vital.
What I was saying to you about the hearts. The hearts around here, absolutely amazing. Like.
Yeah, definitely a very nice tyre. I think after the first 2 or 3 laps, once you got up to temperature, they're definitely a very consistent tyre. I think I was doing like consistent lap times within sort of 1 or 2 tenths while I was doing some practice, not really lose too much degradation.
Actually, this game this year, the hards are a really good tyre. Mediums, alright, but the softs, absolutely shocking.
I wonder whether it's due to the new 18-inch wheels, the way that those new tyres work with the bigger, smaller tread blocks, and that not having as much stiffness under the soft tyres. Actually, who's closest now? Actually, let's start to pack up behind Josh. Josh isn't going to have DRS. Corks will do. Let's see how it's hard to make it work.
The soft tyres are going to start to fade now.
And Josh was on 0% ERS.
Core's not out of this race yet, still. He had that spin where with Yorkie, but then he's recovered well now, and he should be able to get the move down on there. Josh Master now, who's struggling with ERS and tyre wear. Just needs to be patient.
Yeah, I think Josh burnt all his ERS trying to make those moves initially on the Alfa Romeos. At the V, he's run wide. That's going to hurt his tyres as well, because he's not going to have dirty tyres the next few corners.
His tyres are gone.
Yeah, I think there's very little he can do now. Maybe hold out 1 or 2 more laps, then pit, and probably hope for fastest lap. It looks like that's the same as what Galaxy Connor's done in P10. He's pitted fresh softs. I remember because of the restart, they'll have completely fresh tyres for everything, so they'll have 3 sets of softs. If he wanted to burn through, that was his choice. Crunchy is closest on track now. Could you get a run on Minx? As yeah, Josh is in. Yeah.
2 AlphaTauris fighting hard there. Those medium tyres aren't getting the performance that you expect.
Yeah, it's definitely getting close. Actually, what are the EOS levels? Actually, now Samurai's got into P2. He's sort of kept the gap settled for P1. Actually, that's because he's using all of the ERS. He's down to 13%. Sten's just holding it in the bank. He's on 60%. He's very much controlling the pace here. I think he's got, actually, Corks has got almost 90%, actually more than 90% ERS. So he can cover off and maybe even make a move on Sheen. That seems to be his target. Home race, home podium.
Dave says Golden Samurai for F4, for F1, sorry. As you see in the background there, the 2 AlphaTauris. The house of Core. That's dropped off a little bit.
Bit wide there for
Corks, but Minx can't get the line. There's Galaxy Connor and Josh on those fresh softs battling each other. P9.
Cool.
Not
Suffering a bit of tie away now? Maybe? After that spin?
boys yellow flags. There's Connor's off. Has he? Oh, has he clipped the inside curb?
Oh, he's lost the front
For the
wing
final
there.
corner. Has he got damage?
That's going to give
Yeah, it looks like
Aaron
he
Finch
has.
a chance now to get the lost points podium position.
Yeah, for sure, and especially with Galaxy putting one lap ago, back onto fresh softs he has to go. He might even lose a lap. Yeah, it's definitely going to give Aaron Finch a chance. I think he will actually get back into P10.
I do feel
when he
bad for
pits.
Cole though. He was guaranteed virtually a podium here at S07 race after that spin. It's not over yet. He's got 6 laps to go. Maybe he can find a bit more pace.
Yeah, and he's dropped back a couple of tenths from Sheen, it feels like. But yeah, it's definitely Minx, and I think Crunchy's definitely in the best seat here. The issue is obviously the teammate ahead also has DRS train advantage. Seems like they're sort of stuck. They seem to have the pace over Corks, but they don't have the straight line speed to make any moves work.
Well, what is the penalty situation? If she is he on any warnings?
I will check for you. Look, I'll go through the whole list, see if we have time. So, Snedden, 2 warnings. Samurai, one on the he has one on the first lap. That might be a collision warning on the first lap. Sorry, that's Sheen. Sorry, Sheen has one from the first lap, so it might be a collision warning. God Samurai also has 1 warning from the first stint. Corks, 2 warnings, but on the same lap. Minx, clean so far. Sheen's on 1, but it was on the first lap. Let me check. It was a collision warning. He's a 0 for corner cutting. Minx is.
Look at that gold Samurai. He's absolutely flying at the moment.
Yeah, with Sheldon on 2 warnings.
He's dropped his
Sheldon has to
teammate,
keep it clean.
dropped his teammate, and now he's
Or do you see Crunchy make a move on Minx, sorry? Alpha Towers.
overtaking a car.
Oh no, Crunchy, that was silly of you.
What happened? Yep, Golden Samurai absolutely flying at the moment. He's not giving up on this win. Snedden maybe eased off a little and was overtaking some traffic, but I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely heating up for the end part, but he could be just easing it into the end there, Snedden. But I think, but looking at the way he's dropped Sheeny Gold Samurai. Gold Samurai's pin. What the hell?
What's going on? Sorry, I just lost batteries for a second, so I had to reset my controller. What's he done that for?
I do not know. That is bizarre. And
So he's
got
thrown
5 seconds
away.
Speeding.
Yeah, unless his tyres weren't that bad, I don't believe they were that old. He would have definitely got to the end, but 3 laps ago he's thrown away. What, 18 points, and now he's going to get 6, maybe 5. He's probably thrown away 10 or 11 points there. He's given
I don't
Corks a
understand
podium. Yeah, sadly we don't have him in the interview now to ask him why he did that.
Yeah, that is the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life.
To be fair, I've seen one worse. There was time of reserve going for his very first race around Monaco. Didn't realise his points counted, so he was leading by about 10 seconds, retired on the last lap thinking his points didn't count.
God.
Because he didn't want to influence the championship because he'd obviously joined for the first race. But yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't think I tried to see anymore. I think they joined for like 2 races and left. But yeah, but this is definitely up there. I'm not too
Well,
sure what was going through Gold Samurai's mind at all there.
I do not know. That is the most weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. He had a guaranteed P2 there,
And was even catching P1? Yeah, he's maybe it's
He's
the way of
catching.
claiming he's not quick enough at F3. Didn't want to be moved to F2.
That's what I was thinking in my head. He's pitted because he didn't
It's
want
Galaxy Connor's tired from session. Where's his car?
his wheel died.
I can't see his car anyway. He's not in the pit lane. No yellow flags.
His wheel died apparently.
Oh, okay. Surprised there was no yellow flags for that.
Something strange, but his wheel died, so the game pitted him. But he drove.
Wait,
into
it was this Gold Samurai. Oh yeah. Obviously, he's an AI. The computer didn't think he was going to get that.
Speeded into
Oh.
the pits. The AI wouldn't have speeded into the pits with it.
Maybe he was trying to regain control and get out of the pit lane, or
Yeah.
he took back over and it was too late for him to brake. But yeah, that's a shame actually if it's actually throwing away his chance of podium on his F3 debut.
That has brought the home favourite here, Core, onto the podium. Sheeny out of nowhere has got a podium, and the host has left the session with 1 lap to go after this one. Pretty much.
Yeah, Minx
Snedden
has dropped back.
been gifted the win after Yorkie really messed up. But he has raced a very good race there, Snedden.
I feel like Sheen's also gained on Snedden because he was definitely Gold Samurai was about 2.5 behind when he pitted, and Sheen definitely wasn't that close. So I think Snedden's definitely backed off now.
Yeah,
Realised the win's in the bag.
take it easy.
Actually,
Scrolling
Bizarre
to the
Mike.
finish line.
3/10 behind AR Minx. I think if anyone's going to make a move in this last lap, it's only going to be Bizarre Mike. They have one chance probably into the final corner. Gets a very good exit through the chicane. Can he get a good run through Ari Dyke? He can. He's 3/10 exactly. Loses a bit on the exit. I think he should be close enough. Minx has the ERS advantage slightly. He goes for the move. Is he going to make the move? No. Surprise. I think Mike could have at least looked down the inside and maybe braked a bit late, but he didn't want to risk anything. Didn't want to throw away a chance for P5. We haven't even thought about championship contention, have we? Yorkie's leading championship is out.
Yeah, that's gonna
LA16 Ham, second in the championship, scoring 2 points. And so Bizarre Mike, yes, so Snedden's going to cut his gap in half almost. 58 points behind. It's going to be 23 points behind after, sorry, 33 points behind. Bizarre Mike's going to jump up a lot.
Yeah, Snedden's had a very good race here today. He pretty much kept out of trouble and not dominated, but I mean, Yorkie was giving him a lot of problems early on in the race. So, but yeah, he's coming through the last corner here, and he is going to win the Dutch Grand Prix here and come home in first place. Second
Oh,
place
and Aaron
Sheen,
unlapped himself. He's got to do another lap now.
and Core will come home in third place. He'll be on the podium in its home race. AR Minx will come home in fourth. Bizarre Mike in fifth. Crunchy Bit in sixth. Golden Samurai, unfortunately, who loses out on the podium, in seventh. Josh Meister eighth. Ellie Ham there in ninth in Mercedes. So it's a good day for Mercedes. 1-9. And Aaron Fish will come home in 10th place for the final points playing position.
I think, especially after the safety car, the race definitely heated up a bit. Obviously, Netherlands is definitely a hard track to overtake, so we weren't expecting brilliant racing. But I think F3 definitely put on a show for us.
Yeah, it was a good race. Quite enjoying it. Yeah. It's not one of those tracks where, you know, you're going to get loads of overtakes and stuff like that. But it's kind of like Monaco in a way. You know, I do enjoy watching it because it's a very nice track. Quite a beautiful track, like.
Yeah, let me see if I can get the top 3 in. For some reason it is not letting me press my home button.
I'll try and like, once we go through the formalities of it.
Yeah, my home button is not working, I can't invite anyone in.
People want to see the celebrations. There we go. That's your official order. And Snedden, Sheeny, Core. I'll quickly do this because otherwise it'll disappear. There we have the official order.
LA16 Ham must got disconnected. On his screen, he was running first for all the race.
So everyone, are they all in the party? 2 of them are just waiting on Sheeny. I'll send him another invite. Obviously we'll start with we'll wait for him to. We'll start with Core and he'll have to join in a minute. Core of US, tick the box. Cool?
Yes.
Yes. To include your audio. Congratulations here on your home Grand Prix on getting the 3rd place. It didn't look likely at one stage, but a bit of a lucky one there for you in the end. You did it. How was your qualifying and race here today?
Oh, I was very happy that qualifying was in the rain because in the dry I didn't really feel confident. So I was very happy with that. Yeah, I was happy with the qualifying position as well. Could have been a bit better, but it is what it is.
You disappointed not getting the win today, or?
Well, yeah, I would have loved to get the win. I was really hoping when the safety car was coming out that I would be able to catch the leaders and challenge them, but because of a bit of a close safety car restart, I wasn't able to.
Oh, but you did have that spin, which unfortunately at the safety car restart, but I mean,
Yeah.
you came through in the end, and held your nerve at the end when you had cars closing in on you. I mean,
Yeah. I saw Yorkie spinning up in front, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I just followed him.
yeah, I kind of saw it. I was like, you followed him off in sympathy. And, yeah, but you got the podium here today. At least you can be happy with that. And,
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
on your home track, and you're looking forward to the next race in, I believe, Muddy will tell me.
Saudi Arabia.
I believe. Oh, that's what I've been practicing, so it'll be Saudi Arabia.
You looking forward to that one?
Well, I like the track, not preferably the first sector. I really hate that one, but yeah, let's see how I can do there.
Hope you'll be on the podium again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Cole. Congratulations on your 3rd place, and then on to our race winner, which Muddy will interview.
Yes, Sudden, I believe you started 4th and ended up finishing 1st after jumping the driver in the pit lane and then keeping control from the front. How did you start your race?
Have you ticked the box?
Yes, I have. I thought my race was quiet at some points, but just quite consistent. It seems like everyone else around me like spun out or had incidents, so I just kept it on the track and yeah, brought it home.
Muddy?
Yeah, so did you know what happened in the pit lane? Because we were sort of a bit confused how you jumped. Who was it? I can't remember who it was. Was
Yorkie.
it Yorkie? Yeah, how you managed to jump Yorkie in the pit lane? Because we were a bit confused. You came about 3 seconds behind, but came out ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him. I'm gonna guess he was changing his wing or something, or he got the turn in wrong, because he lost a lot of time. Even on the outlap, I pulled a 2 second gap, which I was quite surprised at. So yeah, I'm not too sure what happened.
Yeah, you had a good outlap on those cold tyres. It's definitely tricky around here when you're on those outlaps. So, like we mentioned, Saudi Arabia next week. How would you sum that up? How is it compared to the rest of the tracks of the season?
Um, I haven't driven much of it, but well, I did before the patch, the early patch. But yeah, hopefully it goes well. I do really like it. I liked it last game. But yeah.
Right. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it doesn't look like we're getting in Sheen. Oh, sorry, whoever was second, who finished second. Yeah, Sheen doesn't look like he's coming in. So
Well, it's a
Big-
very good day here today for Mercedes. I'm happy with that, obviously. Yeah, congratulations today for Snedden on the win. Obviously, it reignites your championship now, Snedden, with your rival there, Yorkie, not finishing as well. So, yeah. Are you looking forward to the battle between you and him now for the rest of the season?
Yeah, hopefully it's good. Last race didn't really go as planned, and the race before last as well. So hopefully we can carry on with these type of races.
Obviously, Ali Ham today didn't have the best of races. It got P9 in the end, but it's a good day all in all for Mercedes. So, yeah, congratulations today on the win, and congratulations for Core as well. Anything else you want to add, Maddie, before we end the stream?
no, just thanks for putting on a good race tonight, guys, and good luck next week in Saudi Arabia.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, and good night. And F4 is tomorrow, so tune in for that. Good night.